Unfortunately, yeah.
Or more tactical, I guess, rather than just like, we're gonna run at you and fight the entire game. So it might end up being a bit boring, sorry.
Prepare for battle.
No apologies. Don't apologize for that. More importantly, let's take a look at the effigies. No, let's jump into it. But I think the other nice thing here for VP is their scalability with the Doxia, the Lifestealer. Depending on how this Alk's initial form goes, could be pretty dang nice. And as you said, Acid Spray. It is so hard to push into that. No Diggity don't have a great answer to that. I mean, I guess you can pop one Necro than the other, but you still have the problem of the seriously good uptime on that Acid Spray. Let's get into it. For VP, we've got G on that Alchemist and mid Aloha Dance playing that Lifestealer. No Fear on the Earth Spirit. Plays that thing a lot. And to see Phoenix flapping around and G playing that, and last but not least, Yoku on that Doxia.
Alright, well for No Diggity, the fan favorite. World, it seems, trying to get Synderen back to the...
Hey, you need that, I'm just saying. That's good for you.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Please, Synderen, please gotta get us one of these events here. Blitz is starting to drop out. Close. Anyway, Era on the Lycan, Koikbo on Kezu on the beat. I feel like I might have missed Synderen there himself on the Winter Wyvern, yeah.
You just really try to give him all your energy.
Please win, Synderen, come on, man.
How you felt about the veggie stack? I was just like, if you guys could qualify, that would be fantastic. But alas, it was not to be. But let's get into this one, guys. We're going to have the normal rune split. Of course, Alk getting up one of those. Going to already be sending out some stuff. Oh, he's getting a Quelling Blade. Wants to make sure he gets some action here. And we should see the D-Ward? What's the... Okay, well, Phoenix, I think, will eventually find this. Maybe not. Oh, well.
Sneaky.
Yeah, it's really... I haven't actually seen that one. When you look at the vision it gives, of course, very little, but it does block it out. And Phoenix was right in guessing where it is, but just isn't going to find it.
That really Halius as well, just some harass down on the bottom lane, throwback.
They are getting a lot of damage onto Yoku. Unfortunately, will not quite be able to seal the deal, but No Fear as well taking heavy damage. These two supports doing good work.
Yeah, they're already going to have to burn both themselves, just on a single volley, and look how little, like, their overall mana has gone down, right? It's only 120, you can cast that 3 times with Synderen, and it was just a simple loss too. Same thing from Yapzor.
Well, we will see the Sunray come out to Koikba in the mid lane, but not too bad. He's going to be just fine, and we'll be able to... Actually, just kind of has to awkwardly lost hit. There we go, there's the level 2. Do some crypt swarming if he wants. Except FNG may just come around again. 8 seconds on that Sunray. Yeah, the paralyzing, the unstable concoction is not the usual thing, but now FNG, a lot of trouble, doesn't have the Icarus dive. May have the Sunray to the low ground, needs the head, there's the crypt swarm, lost auto attack, and that's our first blood. Koikba, I'm unsure why they were not expecting him at level 2 to have Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, just a little bit of a miscommunication there, I think, and FNG underestimating the dive potential. Bottom lane, they do it again, No Fear. The roll though, but yeah, he'll go over the team.
Once he knows that telekinesis is down, doesn't have to be too worried. I also want to say this is really interesting. All day we have seen offlaners just abandoning the lane, and we actually have Dig running a, I would say, pretty successful tri-lane, all things considered.
Yeah, you have to do the Darkseid, like, if you pick this hero, feel like he has testing supports and pulling their attention. Imagine if that support roaming mid and Death Prophet. Like, yeah, she ended up getting that kill, but you saw how important it is that they're early on just because it is Death Prophet versus the Alchemist, and if they had the supports, we saw a game earlier where the Alchemist got shut down so heavily early that it's very hard to bounce back. Yeah, you can farm up, but they take over your jungle, they're going to take over your attacks, you know. I think it's a very crucial day down here in contest, even if they die a few times. Which, no fear.
Just, you know, min-maxing, he's gonna go down there. Oh, not quite the min-maxing he wanted. The lost auto attack, the Fade Bolt doing good work coming out of Yapzor. And they will get themselves up 2-0. Dig need this. Early lead for their lineup. Pretty ideal. We'll let them start that push earlier.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, the faster you get down towers, the faster the Era would like feel more jungle, so get the kill on the mid there. On the DP as well as the Alpha's going down, so DP got the kill first.
And that'll be, yeah, and that'll be another nice thing going the way of Dig. That's a big kill back.
Getting Mad Cash. What's she doing now? Bottle, null. Wow, rich. Holy shit.
It's 2k gold about now because of that first blood, and then of course the kill on the Alk being a lot of gold since it's an Alk. We'll go back to looking at lost hits. We haven't talked too much. Lifestealer is farming uncontested in the top lane, having a better time than the Lycan.
I haven't seen some kind of neat Lifestealer builds lately, kind of ditching the drums in favor of the Echo Saber. You get this game too. Getting those feast stacks off, it makes you very difficult to deal with, and through the rage they only have they have Roar and so yeah, they have some BKB piercing stuns, but they don't really have any slows that you like. The Boar no longer going through is huge. Yeah, we'll kind of like go to town as long as the Roar of the Winter's Curse is already used.
Really nice there. And meanwhile on top, still not too much action, although on the nice side, Kezu is not being forced to the jungle. I think that's a big win there for the Beast Monster, already level 5 compared to the Doxy's level 3, partly of course. Oh, we have a telekinesis on the Alk in mid, another Spirit Siphon comes out, he does have that unstable concoction, now no fear is there as well, but Quakefoot just throwing out that Crystal, 1 more, 2 more, they need to, but the salve comes out, they should be able to get no fear at the very least. Not quite getting the target they want. Yeah. Really nice job there, and now literally what I think are mad pings coming out. I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Phoenix was clearly wanting something to happen that didn't.
Now Quick, but still sitting on a full bottle mid, and I'm not too sure what to do. Trying to keep blasting out of the tower, but already we're gonna get servers. Oh, actually, they're just gonna drop it right there. That's a little bit interesting. Going up to contest some vision on top of the stack. They'll put a sentry down, actually just stop the blocks from occurring. So there we go. That's what you're looking at.
Both mids actually have really low CS in this lane. Obviously, Death Prophet has been involved in 3 kills now. Actually, all 3 of them going to her, but it is like 17 to 14 when it comes to CS in this mid lane. Just not a great sign for either of them coming into this mid game.
Yeah, just a lot of support rotations coming through, but overall, of course, Quick was that worth, so all that matters is the kills.
And again, VP, they're trying to get something done in bottom lane, but they can't even contest. Era hitting too hard, able to use that Howl to help everybody else hit hard too. It's... Oh, they're trying for it. We have a dive that is no longer going to be a dive. They're backing up, wanting to use that Primal Roll, but not quite able to make the room.
Yeah, because his first rotation won't be successful, but he's got his own headdress up, and so Era can head to the jump whenever needed. Maybe once the Absolor is done attempting ganks here. Down bottom side soak in that lane. They're not even going to go for the push. It's not really a major concern. They're just going to for a little bit of go these stacks, already eliminating one. This is perfect.
This is the problem of playing into the Beast Monster with something like an Alchemist. You can just fly the Hawk over, get good vision on the stacks, Primal Roar off an Earth Spirit, looking for that kill. Crypt Swarm, 1 more auto attack, brings him down, and they get another kill on Quake. The 26 CS, doesn't matter when you got 4 bloody kills.
Yeah, VP need to make some sort of a decision here as to what they're going to do with this Lifestealer, because hang on the line, like, once the armlet is it actually... Yeah, okay, it's getting there. So he's got the helm. And once that's finished up, he needs to start fights and just creating like a 4-man group up and leave me alone. They need to force like sort of a defense at towers, even if it's just enough to give some space. He's coming up, auction on bottom on air, and
yeah, they will see the wolf transform. They did not get the rock kick on over, and Era's just running it away. Look at him go. 650 move speed.
He also went for the 0-3 to build as well on Yoku, and notice so no vacuum to try and combo up with that too, which is pretty standard these days anyway. It's very rough early on.
Yeah, there is not the control there that we were talking about. And again, Quake, but you leave him alone in this mid lane for a second. He's just going to take the tower, doesn't care about your Sunray. Going to take a few hits as well. They are thinking about it. Both Era and the Wyvern in that bottom lane. Yoku now coming around. There is going to be a roll-in. Manages to hit Era with the slow. There's the kick on through. Ion Shell doing quite a bit of damage to him. There's the Cold Embrace, but they have magic damage. A nice splintered blow trying to deter them, but Era getting very low. Primal Roll. They do get the kill on the Earth Spirit first. They still need to find Yoku and pick him off here. He drops the wall, but they are just going to come at him with the auto attacks. They don't care. Yoku, you are getting very low. Kezu will die to his wall illusion. Maybe he'll get Cinder in as well. Cinder's not going to be able to kill him.
Yoku Dota.
Oh my goodness.
If only he had a TP to be like the glorious play in history.
Yeah, he buys a Midas. He bought a Midas out. He's like, I'm short of the blink, whatever, Midas time.
Yeah, that's worth. That's
That
actually
was-
super worth.
Okay, this is actually perfect. We have to discuss this because you have to walk in and then walk in again to do anything. Like this is the perfect wall. There is no wall
Dire's
better
middle
than this.
tower is under attack.
Chris, till Yapsor comes in. Hello.
Radiant's top
Can't do
tower
anything
is
until
under
that. Yeah,
attack.
no, Tenko's not invented yet. We're good.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Either way, it's still going really well for Death Prophet in the middle lane. Somehow we're on current gold. Not sure how that happened, but you know. Earth Spirit. We're seeing No Fear in a little bit of trouble. I didn't catch the beginning of last game. I'm assuming that he had a really great early game, but it doesn't feel like he's been able to have the impact he wants. Actually sitting at 4 deaths on that Earth Spirit right
Dire's
now.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, a lot of his rotations have been like attempted saves mid that either haven't been successful or he sacrificial land for. Certainly not an aggressive Earth Spirit. They attempted again dual lane bottom. I mean, it did what it was supposed to, drawing the support's attention. They also were pretty heavily down and killed by the side of Dig.
I didn't
How
catch
is
it.
Jeffrey doing?
Did VP get the tower deny, or was it a clean pick off by Koipa?
In the mid? It was the full tower. It was during the big fight down bottom.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't 100% sure. I do wonder, so just bringing it up, because for Koipa, maybe pushing out this mid lane some, and then going for top, deleting that safe lane tower for VP from the game, it'll just really open up their jungle. We can see they've already got a ward to protect it, but you know, Diggity got the resources to really shut down this Alchemist symbol. Speaking of that, he will not be able to get a bounty rune. Oh.
Low end so he's got the barrier. Oh, okay, there.
Dire's bottom tower
Wait there for
is
the
under attack.
the hand of or the gloves of haste to be purchased up. So the amulet's now done. That's too bad for him. Space. I actually wouldn't mind seeing the not go the radiant build post amulet this game. I guess it depends. If they feel like they can hold the towers, then still go for this whole like holding strategy, moving into the radiance, pushing out the lanes, and fighting back that way through split push. But if you want to go for something more combative, they're kind of at a point with this, so they could go for it. But again, Dig are rather scared of Quakepa.
I would love to see the early blink, just because they need a vessel to get Lifestealer in. Obviously, Darkseer will pick one up eventually. He does need the mech first, and he went Midas, so I guess this will be coming up soon. But I do worry that by the time they have the blink up on Yoku, unless VP win a fight, they could be already trying to, you know, save their high ground. And then the blink initiation with the Lifestealer gets a lot less impactful.
Ez is doing his thing, taking over that dire side jungle. They still haven't gotten that tower. Being down bottom, this is their bomb. They have the vision. They see no fear.
There is a roll in. The Infest hasn't jumped out yet. There we go. Opening up onto Cinder. He gets the cold embrace off. The Sun Ray finally comes on through. Cinder gonna probably burn to death here. Turns out fire beats ice. Pokemon 101. Actually, they both damage each other extra, I think, if I recall correctly, but that's neither here nor there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I can't get into that. Too much trouble. That's something you can't do worse. Well, I mean, it's fire. Your ice is not.
Wow, okay, well, that's very sad. Either way, let's get into it. We're gonna see the tower push. It will be the safe lane that VP decided to focus on while they do have Koipa. He didn't pop Exorcism for this, so they can keep going on Diggity up top.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, something that
is
you'll
under
see
attack.
the more seasoned Death Prophet players do. I feel like a lot of time people just tend to pop it, which is understandable if you're worried about rotations. You don't pop on in. Seeing it a little bit there, just judging by how that fight went down and if they actually be able to rotate. That's tier 2, you know, with the glyph. And Era's right here to back them up, so this tower should go down in very favorable trade.
It's just looking really solid for them. They are getting themselves the gold and the experience lead, which is impressive because they have done some grouping up and pushing. Normally puts you behind a bit on experience. And VP, like you talked about, they just do not want to fight with them right now with Koipa being so strong. But problematically, he just picked up a Yules as well, so he's gotten even harder to take down.
Yeah, it's starting to think like where Aloha Dance goes from here. Gonna head back into, I'm gonna guess that'll be the Echo Saber, that robe. I don't think the drums are the item anymore on the life healer, so standard build coming out now. On the armlet, that double hit, you talk about like the raw damage that you get out of that armlet, doubling it right up is smoke. Still no blink dagger, still no mech. 100 gold away here for Yoku, so a little bit scary to go into this fight.
Unfortunately, as nice as buying out the Midas is, because it will pay
Radiant's
off in
bottom
about
tower
another
is
15
under
minutes.
attack.
Unfortunately, it does mean for right now that could have been the full mech. They will.
And just come out too.
Yeah, it caught them.
Oh, it did. Okay.
It
The
caught
dig right at the end.
one of them pulsing through the bottom. So I think that's why Dig is backing up over to the left side. Fortunately, Cinderin may go down anyway. He throws a splinter ball. There's an explosion. He's gonna be going down. It's rough. But you know what they say? Cinderin dies, Dig wins the game.
Yeah, it's like his designated position. You know, just tanking ganks, find folks. He's very good at it. He's probably the best player I've ever seen at finding.
What's it? Pilot died too. I think
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
optical feed. We don't. It's hard to see here, but basically, if you look at it, they are gonna get low on smokes on VP if they keep just smoking and only finding Cinderin. And since they don't have the other initiation tools online yet, Cinderin tanking the gank is actually one of the best things that can happen.
Yeah, it is true. It's gonna be a while before there's really like their best action is just dive and fest bomb it.
Well, they are gonna sit back and farm for BP. You can see they have some good ward vision in Dig's jungle, so that when these subsequent smokes come out, they're hoping to catch someone. While Dig have some wards up that are getting ready for the push. I am unsure if VP feel like they could contest Roche right now, so that may be, yeah, we actually just saw VP ping it out. I feel like Roche could be the play from Diggity, just get that, extend their window.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't think VP want to be going in themselves right now, just with like the Winter's Curse and everything, and I feel just that Dig is at a much point with a lot of their heroes right now, like the supports you can see, it's like Mega, Rubik, that are fully completed for Yapsor. Their item to help out in that fight around the pit, keep him alive. There's a haste rune balled up on him. I feel like I'd rather just like go for another tower push right now from the side of Dig. The only thing is, unlike most drafts where you can just push a tower, take it, and then back to Roshan, the Death Prophet has that issue. Pop the Exorcism tower, it's a lot less push right after. You're not going to have that potential contest.
Yeah, you really need to do it the other way, unfortunately, on a Death Prophet. Oh, wait. You never want to do that. Midas something, please, Yoku. There we go. Makes me feel better. They are checking it out. Quick first saying, oh, we're doing it. Okay, so they did have vision of this completely on VP. They can try to go for it. They do have 4 points up in that vacuum on the docks here. Let's see if we get some nice vacuums up to the high ground. Coach can help out there. They are looking for smoke for it. Oh, gosh. Will this be enough time? The Roshan is getting very low. Even if they engage after it's gone, they're just going to Phoenix Egg on the high ground. They're really going to roll in. They might be able to snatch the some of the edge close the easy to kill and picked up by the life stealer and is awesome for Diggity. And that Exorcism is not doing enough damage there. The lose Cinderin. Death Prophet quick for having the Exorcism come back to him at just the worst time. And Yapsor will be able to TP out.
Alright, that is something that I had not actually taken into consideration, because the way I envisioned it was that egg comes out and they're just gonna like right click down and kill the egg, but because they're gonna have the vision hawk the whole time. However, it's a Phoenix egg, so they're just like, they don't have any wards up on the high ground because they're relying on the hawk the entire time, and then it just burnt. Yeah, Nova, and they just could not make their way over there.
That was dang perfect timing by VP. It looked like it was too late, and they said nope. They stole not only the Aegis but also the Roche kill. So suddenly, we're gonna, yeah, this folks, look at the net worth. I mean, it's also, the scale is bad because of how we're only 17 minutes into the game, but that is a huge win there for VP. And the other problem I would worry about here for No Diggity is that's a huge hit to your morale.
Radiant's
Oh yeah,
Like,
I mean, their
is
momentum
under attack.
totally gutted. And now you're just thinking like, oh, this Alchemist isn't here, we shut down his jungle, everything was fine, to shit, we just lost a big fight, and now like this Radiant Alchemist has all this room that he can show 2 lanes right away. We lost all our map control, trying to reestablish it by getting themselves in jungle, but it's a more worrisome place to be at this than it was previously.
Okay, what do? How do you regroup? How do you rally? It looks like maybe they're gonna try to get a kill together, Cinderin and Kezu. Just buddy.
It'll just come back to like Koikva and this Exorcism. The next one's going to be really important. He's building into that Octarine core. He's got a little bit of gold stacked up here. But when you start to look at like Era has to get into the Necro 3s. They don't have Alright, this is what you have to do. So Kazu just cancels out from the rest of the Necros and says we need a blink, because it's no longer we're super scary, you have to fight. We're not that scary, but we're gonna come at your towers and we try to fight us.
Well, on the upside, Cinderin will not die. Rock kick coming out a little bit too late, so he gets out. Although, what was kind of terrifying there was that was like 2 hits by the Life Stealer, 3 hits and half of Cinderin's health was gone. Times.
Yeah, some scary stuff there. Echo Saber is just fantastic item. Farming and those squishier supports. I think it's a really drum replacement on so many of these heroes, and especially this whole strength meta thing. It's really coming to its own. Gotta get this item. These heroes, other than like the old drums S and Y build, just out the window. Armlet and Echo Saber buffs and introductions.
I mean, obviously, it is a strength hero meta, as you said. You can argue. I believe an AC actually gives you more hits, but it's the case of because they come in so fast and it's such a cheap item, and then actually has the mana regen, which the strength heroes need early on. It's just something really easy to make, this Echo Saber. So, and of course, you're not going like no one's ever going to be like, oh yeah, get your omelet and then get an AC right after. Like that's just generally not how we build.
No, looks like it'll be a unsuccessful smoke here. Dig trying to perhaps like jungle. Not exactly sure where they're moving on the side of VP, but going for a smoke of their own. Dive done. Yeah. Going for that 8. Great damage.
Oh, they're even gonna get Melkane Moon. They are hunting, they are looking for Quickba. They don't have vision of this, but they seem to. I think they lost so Quickba up here. Their smoke's gonna break. They know that Quickba. No, they guessed the wrong way. They assumed Quickba's under the tower. And now Quickba knows, oh gosh, they're behind me. There's gonna be the open up. Where are the open wounds? No, a nice Yules there coming out of Quickba doesn't have a TP on him. Waiting for his team to get closer. Rubik is coming with the 4th staff, but Quickba vacuums back. Won't be saved. There is gonna be a steal on the vacuum. Wonder how Rubik's gonna use that one effectively. But
gonna need a pretty sick Cinder Yapsor play coming out here. If they end up coming showing up to the mid lane, heading into his Manta style or in his deal done.
That's another thing that's really odd here for Diggity, picking up the Wyvern so early, picking up the Rubik so early. Isn't quite the synergy. There's gonna be another Infest trying to get them closer to Cinder, and there's the egg as well. And that synergy you talked about, vacuum into Winter's Curse, we will not be seeing it for the next 30 seconds.
And obviously Quickba still done for 10, so that mid tower for sure. See if they want to push in and continue it. They still have that Aegis on Aloha Dance, but it can't much longer. Yeah, it's actually just fire.
Not sure that they need it. He will just take the tower with this, knowing that he's going to get that regen up in a second here. And yeah, there it is. Aegis reclaimed. It's going to be a short one. Sub 9-minute respawn on that Roshan. But I think that's still good enough for VP with their Rosh control.
Yeah, it just looks like they can just keep farming it, pushing these lanes. It's so hard for Diggity to get back into like a commanding position this game. It might not even ever end up in a commanding position, like having a chance at having a chance of winning.
On the upside, they picked up a gem. They're going to get back their map control. We know that earlier VP was putting some really deep wards in the Diggity jungle, so they're going to at the very least have that. If they sit back and farm, do you think that they have the potential to get into a good teamfight position with the Lycan, Beastmaster, and Death Prophet as cores?
Oh no.
Thanks, Pax. You didn't. I'm glad you didn't you say, oh, I'm just gonna maybe I'll hedge. It's just no. Dig, have no hope late game. Just. No.
I mean, do you really want to go late game against Phoenix, Darkseer?
No, but I'm trying to give the viewers hopes here. This is the one,
there's hope.
Holdout against all of the CIS teams who are strong right now, and you're just like, nah, Dig's right out. Good luck, GG, go next.
And they gotta start running at towers. There's just like, it's so unlikely that the game ends in their favor if they don't do before the 30-minute mark. Like if they haven't cleared out these towers. The Necro 3's up for Era. That's for them. Necro still actually only 1 on the Kezu. Did he have to buy that gem himself?
Yeah, he did.
Poor guy.
It's his own demo. We see a blink forwards. The roll not quite on the mark. Synderen is silenced up here. Although he's about to be unsilenced. Time will roll onto No Fear. They are working quickly through this Earth Spirit and looking for more. He does throw out the Magnetize, but it is just going to tickle them. Yoku goes down as well. 2 big picks for Dig, and as you talked about, now maybe the time to throw your faces into towers.
Yeah, this is perfect. That's all they need. A little bit of a pick off, right? He's been playing pretty cautious up there, but a little extension from No Fear. From the Dexter there. So, tower goes out. It is this simple that they haven't liked it, right? Power this hero. By a lot of teams, but single fight, it's buildings, Raxes, going high ground.
Yeah, and they are gonna focus the high ground a little bit. Oh, they even have the Exorcism. Of course, that is still up. They did not use it. We will see Earth Spirit back up in a second. Era trying to get away from the low ground. Will take a bit of physical damage. Oh, let's see if they can get the setup still. Synderen holding it. They are coming forwards further. He is gonna get silenced up there. Quickbit in a lot of trouble. The roll away. They're trying to get out of the Phoenix Knife, and there's the Spirit Snipe. Now Quickbit healing back up. A Winter Skull opening onto Aloha Dom. There's a lot of damage. Synderen goes down though, and now G is gonna throw that. Oh, a nice use just off the unstable concussion. And Quickbit still somehow alive, but finally does go down in the high ground push. It was too far. Era goes for the TP away, gets it. At least that's something going Dig's favor.
Yeah, it was pretty bold to head to that high ground, but they just didn't get like what you need. It has to be something like that Winter's Curse, like is an open high ground where you have the Alchemist just destroy somebody. And when it comes to this like BKB piercing, they had to throw it onto Aloha Dance. I can definitely understand that. Try and bring them down low and then finish them off, but it just wasn't in a position. Like it was so near the end of the fight, everyone was already kind of on the run. They didn't have that like move up and like let's finish off Aloha Dance as it ends. So will be punished. Tower, Mantis Radiant, 100 gold. G is a monster, 8,000 gold ahead of Quick now.
Yeah, it is a swift dip, suddenly 10,000 gold ahead. VPR, they are the ones keeping the high ground. They do not need to stop Phoenix, healing them all back up. Kezu gets the primal roll off onto No Fear, but Yapsor dying on the front lines while Yoku run up to him, and now Kezu in a lot of trouble here. The rest of the team, Era, trying to pick off G, going for him in the back line. Team trying to help him out. He's getting body blocked there. Still, desperately trying to go forward. They picked up No Fear elsewhere. Era realizing he needs to back on out. Night Hero Lifestealer opening up. Yapsor, he falls back. He is gonna live here. No, maybe coming back in. Unstable concussion going out there from G, and now Quickbit nice from this curse. They're all gonna get healed up. There's the Exorcism. Quickbit standing ready, has healed up in 3 seconds. Trying to go forwards here, poking away at G, who also has that ult running. They're slowing him down. He almost toggles. Trying to get away some. Phoenix is in the backline. Quickbit not going to use his ult there in time, and now in a little bit of trouble, but does manage to get it off. Blows right on through G. They can work on the Phoenix egg now. Will they be able to get the vacuum disruption of the egg? Explodes all over their faces. But Synderen saving up Kezu there. Doesn't manage to save the Rubik. They will get down F and G. Not after, but not before. He kills off Era though. And Quickbit still surging forwards, trying to find something, but it's Yoku who has a blink away.
Oh,
that
man.
Bloodball.
Yeah, Yoku just like saved in the end of that fight right there. Coming back in with that vacuum.
Yeah.
That egg goes off, get the kill on the Rubik and the like, and that could have been worse, but both teams kind of trading and maybe a little bit of greedy pushes. Aloha Dance coming to that fight, like they started to back away, and Aloha Dance comes back in on nothing but armlet toggles, so it just gets blown off, trying to go for some sort of play with the invest. So he popped right back out and just went down.
It's a big win for Diggity. Unfortunately, they still are behind, but if they can take advantage of VP overextending, VP traditionally, part of why they seem to have such unstable performances is they take risks that are maybe not necessary, right? High risk and like medium reward, and so as you can see there, they could have disengaged, but they went back in for it and got punished by Diggity.
And now we're all back on the roast train. Back up, chilling. Hello, team. The next big thing. Go take Roche. So, when it's up, the exit now going to be back online. So it's definitely a scary fight. But VP, I think they haven't been getting that deep down here in a while. I mean, I know Kezu by one, so it's but understandable. Gem and still does have it up there. Did not lose in that engagement. And now
they are out of woods. Does somebody have some on them?
I think
they're on the courier. Well done. That's actually really big. I know we're understating it a little bit. Basically, having all the vision even having the wolf here. Did they have a gem of their own, or was there? Yeah, Phoenix has a gem. That is one that FNG bought up himself. We're gonna have a team fight. Yoku already on the high ground, getting ready to put some enemies up there. Gee, they forced off him forwards when he goes for the rune. They're gonna slow him up a little bit. There immediately is the supernova coming out. They vacuum back Koipa, throws out the Yules, the Winter's Curse. They're killing off Yoku there, but Koipa gonna go down. There will be no extra for this fight. And Syndra, what else does he have to give? The stolen supernova. He's just gonna go down though. And unfortunately, they have lost their support. Era is desperately trying to pick up Yoku, but won't even be able to get that thanks to Sunray. And with 3 dead, Era no longer in wolf form, has G right on his face. Gonna go for the TP out. The rock kick does stop his TP. And VP, this is looking like crack.
Yeah, who needs Roche at this point? Trying to get a little bit of a creep cut here with the Necro, but I already got one wave up front, so they keep on rolling up.
Radiant's middle
Tower down.
tower.
And no buybacks on the twat. I mean, there's buybacks, but they don't have nexus, doesn't matter.
Now being
Whisper
one
Viper to come
rack
back.
down, because they cannot take other racks here, so they will only be 1 rack down. Maybe there's still something Diggity can do against this push.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would have liked to see some Nightshell pop, honestly. You just go to Roche. That should be their next target, but maybe they can live without him. It's more important the Darks. Go back away for that.
VP continue to extend their lead, probably going to be close to 20,000 when this graph settles down, and 14,000 experience as well coming out there. So, while Aloha Dance, I'm assuming he's got something coming to him on the courier. Yep, he does. He's got the Chrysalis. Lifestealer, terrifying.
Yeah, he's got the mega right click going on with that Echo Saber.
I think they need to Winter's Coast someone else have the lifestealer chunked on through them, because even though the outreach cost not quite enough, we're gonna see a nice silence coming out onto G. They've caught out FNG, there'll be no supernova this fight, but the agency goes down onto the lifestealer, and they are trying to just stand and fight. Unfortunately, Aloha Dawn's regenning up too much. Koipa caught in there with him, but is now healing up thanks to that Winter's full embrace. We're gonna see a lot of people going on through the wall. The exorcism still burning. They brought down the age, just G turning around trying to fight everything he can, while Era working in on Yoku decides to back out a little bit as they are in a 4v4, and Koipa uses up again. The rest of his team backing out there, and Koipa will go down.
That seems the Absol in this game.
Oh, okay. If there was a second hit there, he would be dead.
Yeah, more than likely. And yeah, so that's kind of exactly what we expect. Aegis was lost there for our next engagement, but Towers will be the focus. Game does look like there is very little recourse here for the side of No Diggity. Yeah, so we're trying to make some plays. He did end up keeping that vacuum, so throw it out during the fight, but home alive.
How about desperate split pushing?
Oh, it's there. I mean, you've got a Mass, you've got a Lycan. They can try and go for those kind of plays. Perhaps draw someone out to sides of the map, but they also have decent chase potential just in like Earth Spirit trying to TP away with no BKE on either of these heroes is just down. Maybe you can try and abuse the vision of your Hawk and that might allow Ket, but very difficult for them to stalk around the map by G and his bots anyway.
Well, for Diggity they need a miracle. Unfortunately, he's on a different team, so you're a little bit shit out of luck there, but you know, maybe next time. Also on a different team, actually, that guy. Huh. Players have awful names for phrases.
Well, so mean to say, G.
They're
you know,
killing... Okay, yeah, G, okay. I mean, they're just not really helping the idioms I'd like to use since there are players with all those names, but G, going forward, since he's dead, has a high, even if I don't. And we'll see if Koipa... He does have Spirit Siphon, Louis good against those tanky heroes. He's gonna open it up in a vacuum back. There's a supernova as well, and nobody can hit that thing. Koipa just desperately yules up. But the Viper has been blown up. Koipa soon to follow. Lightstealer jumps on out. They're gonna go for the Rax. Primal Roll opens up on the G, but Kazu blown up. Gem on the deck. Aaron's trying to run away best he can. There are no buybacks on Diggity. GG's are cold, and that'll be it. DP up a game in this best of 6.
Yeah.
3 games, I guess, for the best of 6, if you want to say it that way.
It's kind of one of those games where it probably could have went on a lot longer. Like, it's been dragged out for like 40 minutes. That head lane is a bit more passive, but the more time was on, it's just like so unlikely that they can take the win. So it looks a little bit disappointing, maybe if you're out here cheering for Diggity, but days that were the ones.
Scandal, of course, healing up, but they're doing so much damage to him. Throws out that unstable concoction. They actually take him off there. A nice vacuum back, and there's ultimately the venomous gale, and the poison. They need to get that Gyrocopter out to safety, but they are looking for Ramses. There will be the silence, so